Hi everyone, it's Tuplex. Welcome back. Let's keep this going. I finished building up all the steel. Okay, so we got 1, 2, and 3. All are done. Each one of them, I left the trees. I left all the trees in place. I don't have the heart to take them out anymore. I thought they looked kind of nice, so I left the trees that were there. So I've got all three, two trains for each of those stations going to the depot. So I've got 2 for 1, 2 for 2, and 2 for 3. So that's done. All the iron smelting is done. The copper smelting is done. We've upgraded green circuits. We've upgraded red circuits. We've upgraded blue circuits. We've upgraded... Oh, and I still need to tear down the old red circuits. Okay, well, we'll do that later on. Is there anything up there? No, good. All right, so this we can get rid of. We've upgraded the refineries. We've upgraded the engines. We've upgraded the acid and batteries. So pretty much everything is done except for the science packs themselves, which we will be getting to soon. I also added more power, so now I've got, let me turn the stations off. I like the map better without the station names most of the time. So I completed building the second reactor array. I left trees here too. Look, we've even got trees like amongst our steam turbines. I think in real life they would probably die within about 5 minutes, but here pollution's turned off, so the trees will stay green forever. Yay. So we got the reactors, so we got plenty of power now. I did update my planner because now I've got 120 reactors now. Remember the last time I did this, it was for 100. So I just wanted to make sure that I was still doing this right. And this is not right, is it? 583 machines doing uranium processing. No, something here is wrong. Something here is very wrong. 35, 48, 7.2, 35. What's that 17.1 coming from? Yeah, I think this is wrong because this is telling me that Covrex enrichment requires 17.1 uranium per minute as an ingredient. Right, but we actually don't. I mean, those ingredients have been provided a long time ago. So this is not quite right. In any case, one machine making fuel cells is enough. Looks like 1.7 centrifuges doing Covrex enrichment will give me enough uranium. And then the rest of this calculation I can't really depend on. We need 48.8 uranium-238. So let's see, if I limit that to 8 machines, I'm going to get 7. I'll get 21 plus 33, that's 51 point something. Yeah, so it looks like eight centrifuges. on uranium processing will be enough. 7.4 mining drills. So I added 2 more machines, so I actually have 10 machines doing the processing. We're still at our theoretical best ratio for this. Right now the number of fuel cells here on the belt has depleted, but that's because I just set up those reactors, and so we had to load a lot all at once. So I think this should build up again, but I'll keep an eye on this, and maybe maybe I'll try to redo these calculations on a spreadsheet of my own, just so I can make sure the numbers are right, because I don't quite trust this now. Anyway, so more power is done. So what we have next are the labs. Now for the lab calculation, if you go to Factorio cheat sheet in the science section, there's a calculator that will show you the number of labs required. You can put in your numbers and it'll calculate it for you. The number you need for that calculation is your lab research speed bonus. All right, so I have a 250% bonus. Oh, and this is the bonus with all of the modules and everything. Do I have any labs in storage here? No, I don't. Okay, let's see here. Well, let me craft one just so we can take a look. Up here I have 64. Okay, so I've already got 64 in place. We'll take that into account when we make our calculations. All right, but essentially we're going to have one lab, and then it's going to be surrounded by beacons. Let's try to do this somewhere where I actually have room. All right, 12 beacons. Productivity in the lab. That'll give us more research. More research done per science pack consumed by 20%. All right, so in this case, here we go. All right, so research speed is plus 2245%. And when you first go to the Factorio cheat sheet calculator, that's the number that it gives you, that 2245%. So the calculator in the Factorio cheat sheet assumes that you're going to surround it with beacons and have modules in there, right? And then you plug in your packs per minute, which is 2,500. The research cycle time is going to be 60, as we've already seen previously, right? All the infinite research takes 60 seconds per level. And with all that, it tells me that I need 106.61 science packs. Okay. And if I divide that number by 8, 106.61 divided by 8, that gives me 13.32, which we're going to round up to 14. So we need 14 for each column. 14 times 8 is 112. So we need 112 labs in total. I said we have, how many? Was it 64? 64. All right, so 112 minus 64 is 48. Okay, so I need to craft 48 more labs in order to build this. So there's 1, Let me grab some yellow belts. Let me grab some stacks of green circuits. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, yeah. And let's grab a bunch of gears. Here we go. Huh, forgot to upgrade those belts. All right, so there's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay, so that should give me 48 labs. All right, put that back in there. There's 25, 45, 6, 7. All right, I might be one short, but I can always craft another one when I get there if I have to. All right, so let's go up to the lab area and get to work. I'm gonna grab some extra beacons. And a few extra modules as well. Okay, where should I park? I think I'll park right there. And hopefully I'll have enough room. I think I will. The good thing is that I don't need an exit station, since there's no product coming out of this grid section, so that should make it fairly easy to take care of. Wow, perfect parking job. Okay. So, oh, here's another thing we need to figure out. If I have 2,500 of each science pack divided by 8 columns, so that's 312.5 of each science pack per minute per column. If I divide that by 60, that's 5.2 per second. So we would actually be okay with yellow belts, but I'm going to upgrade everything to blue belts, of course. And I will cut everything off right here. Because we're going to have to redistribute. Okay, let's get rid of those. All right, and then we'll pick all that up. Okay, I think I'm going to get full here. All right, let's get rid of the gears. Oh boy. And I'm still full. Okay, let's start putting some of these science packs in here. And then I'll take all those science packs and I'll put them back in their chests. Full inventory again. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this. There were a hell of a lot of science packs on those belts. Not you. Okay. All right, let's get rid of... Let me put the labs in there. That'll give me some more room. There we go. All right, now that 5.3 per second. Let me think about this for a minute. The 5.3 per second is for the whole column. Yeah, so if I divide that by 14, give me that. Because I'm going to have 14 labs in each column. So that's like, well, let's figure it out. All right, 2,500 divided by 8 divided by 14. So each lab, 22 per minute, divided by 60. Okay, so less than one science pack, or one of each science pack per minute, per second, sorry. But there's going to be six science packs. No, 7 science packs. All right, so let me do this again. 2,500, because I forget the numbers. 2,500 divided by 8, divided by 14. That's 22.32 per minute, divided by 60 is 0.37 times 7 science packs. All right, so we're going to need to load 2.6 science packs per second into each lab. Divide that by 4 because I have 4 belts. So yeah, so it's still less than 1 per second from each belt. So I'll use blue inserters. That's what I was really trying to figure out with all of that. All right, so let's pick up blue science and gray science to start with. All right, so I just take the blue, and these chests are all full. All right, so I will put them in the train instead of the chests. Here we go. Same with the military science. Okay, let's grab red and green now. Same deal, we'll just put them in the train cars. Or the cargo wagons, as they're called in the game. Uh-oh. Those are full too? Oh, what am I going to do now? And those are also full. Okay, well, I can remove the limit on these. Okay, and let's reconsider these limits here for a minute too. Why is this one? Why do I have unequal spacing between these? I'm not sure why I did that. Okay. And yellow and purple. Is this full? No, that'll take some. Okay, and then the yellow we can put in the chests. There we go. All right, so let's consider these wagon limits. 200, this is 2,000 in each train. That would mean that we need more than 1 train per minute. I think that's kind of excessive. So I think as we go into the end game, I think we should just remove the cargo size limits on these wagons. Let me make sure this is actually doing it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to call this train so I can get to it. I'll have to switch it on manual once it arrives here so it doesn't leave before I'm ready. Okay. And then, there, put it back in automatic mode. Okay, and you come over here again as well. Okay, and then while that's running, we can go ahead and perform our upgrade. Okay, that was quick. And let's look at this schedule. All right. And I just want to check to make sure that my schedules are all the same. Because I know on some of these I had them running every 2 minutes. Okay, I think they're all normal now, except for this one. Oh, okay, and that one's unlimited. Great. Okay, so the trains are all set. Now we can start actually building the labs. Get my beacons back. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the center. I'll give it plenty of space. 3, 4. And I think this, well, we'll see. Hopefully this will give us enough room. Let's see. Well, because here's the thing. I'm going to need, for each one of these, we're going to need that. Okay, I'm going to move that over by 1. And then the lab goes there. No. Okay, so I'm going to need to include the space in the middle. Ooh. Huh. That's not going to work. Okay. Because that's as far away as I can get. So how am I going to do this? Okay, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, I don't have enough room to have my undergrounds as well as an inserter. So we'll have to do this a different way. We could do if we could somehow do 2 belts on each side. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, that's not right. Okay. Yeah, I think we can do this. No, that's not going to work. All right, no, actually that has to go up like that. Oh, never mind. Okay, so we can do this to get these 4 science packs in. And then we can do that for those, 3, I guess that would be. This part's tricky though. Because I'm gonna have to make sure I leave room in the chest. I think I might have to use filter inserters for this. Otherwise the chest could fill up and I might not have all of the science packs in there. Or maybe there's an easier way to do it that I'm not thinking of right now. I was thinking of putting a splitter here, but there's not quite enough room for that. Right, the splitter would need to be right there to use the inserters with it. Okay, so what if we did something like this? So what are the 2 middle belts? Red, green, blue, and gray. Okay, so if I set these to minus 200 each, okay, those would be the maximum quantities. We link that with the chest. Let's see, but if those are negative, I want it to be the other way around. I want the contents to be negative so that I get a positive signal whenever there's less than that amount. So we're going to need an arithmetic combinator. We're going to go each times -1, output each. Okay, and that's going to come from this chest to there. And then that is going to get added onto this. We're going to change these to positive numbers. Oops. Yeah, and these could be less. Let's make it 50. 50 will be plenty. I mean, how much was it per second per lab? We're going to have 2,500 divided by 8, divided by 14, divided by 60. Yeah, so it's like less than 1 per second. All right, so let's make it 10 each. So a maximum of 10 of each of these science packs can go in there. Okay, the actual quantity will be negative. So if it's less than 10, when they add together, we'll still have a positive number. And we'll use that to set filters. All right, so these will both pick up reds, and then they'll pick up greens and grays and blues until they reach that quantity. Okay, and then we can put that right there. Actually, I'd rather have that up here because that kind of blocks the view of the lab. I don't like that. Okay. There we go. All right, and then we'll put the substation up here, and we'll put a light next to it. All right, so I'm going to need a lot of... I'm going to need a lot of these. Whoa, not that many. I mean, maybe I do need that many, but I'm not going to be handcrafting circuits. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the center. Let's make sure all those belts are going to reach across. Looks like they do. I don't need these, do I? Awesome. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. And we need 14 of these. 2, 3, 4. Can I skip these in between? No, I cannot. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. 12. 13, 14. Wow. Just barely enough room. But barely enough is still enough. Okay. Oh, there's more beacons. Let's grab a bunch of modules from the train. Okay, looks like I'm okay in the productivity. Well, I'll just grab all the speed modules. I don't recommend walking in between cargo wagons, but those trains aren't going anywhere. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I mean, these inserters on the sides could really, they could be blue inserters. They don't need to be stack inserters. Let me change those. Gonna downgrade them. And I'll downgrade them just so I don't, just so the belts are not, or the, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. Just because of the stack size, you know. They'll pull a lot off the belts, and then I'll just have a lot of science packs being stored in the labs. I'd rather have everything on the belt as much as possible. On this other part, I do want them to be stack inserters since they have to pick up, or at least the one in the center has to pick up twice as much. I suppose the two on the sides could be regular filter inserters. In fact, that might even be better because then the filters, like with the filter stack inserters, they can only filter one thing at a time. But if I change the stack filter inserters to regular filter inserters, you can set the filters for more than one item at a time. So they'll be able to pick up whichever of the four is available. All right, so when we get back there, let me request 250 stack inserters, and I'll downgrade the stack inserters too. All right, so let's run back to base and get resupplied, and then we'll come and finish this off. So let me explain in a little more detail. The stack filter inserter only has one filter slot. So when you're using a circuit to set the filter, it'll only take one of however many signals it's getting at a time. So if the chest needs all four, then that inserter is still only going to be able to pick up one type until that one is satisfied, and then it'll be able to pick the next type. Whereas with a standard filter inserter, we could set all four, so it'll be able to pick up any of the four that happens to come by on the belt. And I think I'm not actually making filter inserters anywhere. Yeah, I'm not, so I'm going to have to handcraft those, which just means I need a lot of electronic circuits. How many is that? 100 and something? Yeah, I need 2 for each of the 100 and some labs. Yeah, so I'm going to need more. I'll just grab a bunch of circuits. So I'm going to need about 500 green circuits. Something like that. Okay. And I'll bring more green circuits with me in case I need to craft more. Yeah, that's 100. Yeah, that'll give me almost 300 of them. That should be enough. All right, let's head back. And I think I'll park. Yeah, I guess I'll park in the same place. Now, I do have a 20% productivity bonus on the lab, so even though I'm only going to be consuming 2,500 science packs per minute, I'm going to be producing 3,000 science or 3,000 research per minute. Oh, and I probably should have picked up more combinators. Oh, I need a bunch of constant combinators. Okay. We need more beacons. All right, let's do that. Let me check this again. Stack to fast. All right, I don't want to do that anymore because I don't want to change this one. I do want to do this one. So now I should be able to select the whole thing. Yeah, and it's only going to change the inserters, which is good. Set filters. Okay. It doesn't show an icon, and I guess that's because it's got... Oh, there we go. All right, now you can see the filter being set. See? So you can see how it's now showing all four rather than just the... rather than just the single one that we were seeing before with the filter stack inserters. All right. That's almost all the beacons. Hopefully that'll be enough to finish this. Okay, it looks like it is. Good. I do need more modules, however. I need more combinators, and I need more underground belts. All right, so let's go to the module factory. We'll go to home base, and then we'll come back. And this last trip should allow us to finish things up. I'll take those. so I'm not going to need those anymore. Okay, I think that's everything. Alright, so after this, we're just going to have all the science packs and rocket parts to do. Well, I shouldn't say just. I mean, some of those are going to be challenging. Because some of them have a lot of ingredients. Okay, that's all built. And I'm going to filter for underground belts. We can remove the topmost of those, since that's the end of the line. And again, here. Okay, and I think that's everything. Let's just run our power grid comb over here to clean up the power wires. Okay. Looks good. And I have extra combinators, so that means that they all got placed. All right, so now we just have to run the belts. I'll make them all even. And we can always move them up 2 more tiles if we have to. I might have to. Ooh. I might not have enough room. That's 3. One, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, I think we can make it work. What I want to do is cut the power here so I don't start consuming yet. Alright, so we'll start to fill the belts, but we won't consume anything yet. And I'm going to start over here. Okay. Oh, crap. Why is there nothing up here yet? Oh, here it comes. I got that one. Got that one yellow science pack. I need to get out of there. Yeah, something like 4. I don't know. Yeah, now I got these extra science packs. I don't know where they came from, so there you go. All right. And that would probably be better if I just work my way backwards. Okay, looks like it'll work out after all. Barely. Okay. That's it. Let's wait for these to all get down to the end. And then when I first turn this on, we're going to see the signs go real quick because everything's kind of preloaded here. And then it'll consume everything that's on the belts, and we'll go back to a slightly less exciting normal speed. Okay. So I'll take my copper cable. We'll come down here. We'll connect one wire. And we're off to the races. All right, let's see how this is working out. See that? Nice. $74 megawatts of power just in the labs. Great. It's working quite well. Awesome. Well, it's still not moving terribly fast. But if we look at our production graph, we should see, see consumption of science packs, 2.7K per minute. It's a little bit above our target, but that's because we had to round up the number of labs. So we actually have, it said we needed 106 and we got 114. So we have 7 or 8 labs more than we strictly need, but I want to have slightly too many. I'd rather overshoot our mark a little bit than not reach it. Okay, we are ready for a rocket launch now because we've eaten up all of our space science. But soon we're going to come to the realization that we can only make 90 science packs a minute right now, and the labs are way overpowered for what we have the resources for. But we'll start to address that in the next episode. We'll start with red science. We'll build that up and move our way up through the chain. Okay. But yeah, it's looking good. Let's see, where's green science? Green science. Here it is. Should be filling up. Yeah, we've got a lot in the chest there. All right, so I suppose the next thing I should do is I should go to Red Science Factory and cut off the supply so that we can get ready to take it apart. All right, Red Science is over here. Okay, so I'll go do that and we'll get started on Red Science in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching. See you then. Bye-bye.